Nothing like another war between giant monsters and machines. I'm Kyle Peck, and this is Cyrex Productions. If you like my videos and reviews, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cyrex Productions. Or you can follow me at my Facebook page, facebook.com/KylePeck fanpage. While it's been 5 years since the commercial success of its original film, visionary master Guillermo del Toro stepped down for a new director to take charge. And has its sequel risen up? This is my review of the sci-fi mind-bending rocket smasher, Pacific Rim Uprising. Pacific Rim Uprising is a sci-fi action-adventure distributed by Universal Pictures, visually created by Legendary Pictures, and starring actor John Boyega as Jake Pentecost, the son of fallen hero Stacker Pentecost, who accepts a deal from his sister Meiko Mori, played by returning actress Rinko Kikuchi, to lead a new generation of Jaeger pilots and stop a new monstrous kaiju threat, which is set 10 years after the first film. Visionary Guillermo del Toro remained as a producer for director Steven S. DeKnight to take the helm at his first feature film, who previously created the Starz TV series Spartacus, was the showrunner for the first season of Marvel's Daredevil on Netflix, and is rewriting the future of the Transformers film series. However, with events starting 10 years later instead of immediately after the events of its predecessor, half-baked and underwritten characterization, and certain plot points just accepting the giant leaps of logic that aren't better explored, it's sad that the sequel could be its own film, where copying fragments of previous works don't work when put together. The film also gears towards John Boyega getting the most screen time, since this is his story in a plot-driven narrative. But luckily, his energetic drive and charming swagger make his performance that much more enjoyable to watch. At the same time though, focusing mostly on one character deviated from most of the other supporting sidelined pilots, either not as fleshed out, such as blonde tomboy pilot Vic, played by Ivana Sakno, or serve as foils for Jake Pentecost, like Scott Eastwood as the uptight commanding pilot and former buddy, Nate Lambert, and actress Adria Arjona as the love-flipping mechanic, Jules Reyes. Newcomer Kaylee Spaney as the edgy Jaeger enthusiast teenager Amara sells her performance as one with the most interesting supporting character journeys, as she struggles as a new cadet to meld and drift with others. And Jing Tian as the founder of a remote-controlled Jaeger corporation, Li Wen Chao, succeeds in a complicated role that shifts her story arc from being an intelligent and hardworking competitor to a quickly tinkering ally. Returning actors Bern Gorman and Charlie Day as Dr. Herman Gottlieb and Dr. Newt Giesler, respectively, certainly showcase a better impactful relationship this time around. But it's saddening that Meiko, a main character vital in the original film, and her death partway through this film is heavily downplayed, not to mention the absence of actors Charlie Hunnam and Ron Perlman, without even a hint as to where they might be in this timeline. Plot and character notes aside, the full throttle stakes in its fluid action scenes is awesome. The production design of its futuristic ships, robots, buildings, and alien parts are very fleshed out and cohesive, and Legendary Pictures' continuous effort in their visual effects are as outstanding as they've ever been. Overall, Pacific Rim Uprising is a discombobulated narrative that leaves a lot to be desired, and focuses on John Boyega more than the rest of the cast. But its action, visual effects, and production design in creating a newer decade of kaiju versus Jaeger battles makes the film entertaining enough to watch. I give Pacific Rim Uprising 5 out of 10 stars. One more thing. I'll be performing in a musical called Gypsy by Stephen Sondheim at Missouri Street Theater in Fairfield, California, where its exact address is 1035 Texas Street. Set in the 1920s and 30s, the story follows Mama Rose raising her two daughters, Louise and June, to be stars during the hardships of show business. Tickets range from $15 to $20 and can be bought at the door or online at MissouriStreetTheater.com. I'm Kyle Peck, and I'll see you next time.